Dear viewers, with me in the studio, those that are watching us online, just send in your thoughts and we shall be able to read them here. But allow me introduce to us who Zahara Muwonge is. She is a certified personal finance and confidence coach that is dedicated to empowering women. Of course, men are going to be like, how about us? When your woman is empowered, you get the results. Like, she's dedicated to training women to be able to achieve financial independence and build unwavering self-confidence. So with her professional training, personal finance and confidence coaching, that is through a related mentorship program, Zahara combines financial literacy with personal empowerment to help women unlock, of course, their full potential, both personally and professionally. She's an entrepreneur for over 10 years. And of course, with experience in forex exchange industry, Zahara does understand the direct connection between financial independence and confidence. And like I said, our topic tonight is becoming her, like stepping boldly being confident in who you are. But before you get to being bold and confident, you need to first become that version that can be bold and confident. Let me get to her to tell us, Zahara, I feel like you're a professional, you're an expert, like okuguse mshintushinesha confidence. Why of all the specialities in the world? Rashi wasala nogamba ngenda kuba confidence coach.
Thank you so much, Gift. Okay, first and foremost, I was also a culprit. I had never believed in myself for so long. Not until I saw no one is going to help me. People can tell me what to do, but if I don't stand as myself and say I'm starting to become her, I'll never be her. So through that, there are a lot of things I've fought with, and to tell you, I'm still on a journey. Don't be like, how will I be confident? It's a journey. It is something you just have to make a decision. You start on it today, and trust me, with the time, you're going to see the changes. And I think all those steps you're going to be doing, it's what we shall be talking about today.
Thank you so much. I think you emphasized the bit of not until you sat down and wanted to be her. What do you mean if you say her? Like becoming her? Who's that her?
That her I'm meaning is the disciplined version of me, the better version of me, the financially independent version of me, the person who doesn't wait for like approvals to do something. So that person, like, I'm the one to first make a step. I'm the one to choose me first before I listen to anything else.
You've heard it from her. Choose me first. Like she chooses her first before anyone else. That is all in becoming her. So if you've just joined us, this is Woman Blossom, and we are tackling walking boldly in confidence. But before we get to be confident, we need to become her. So I want us to start from the point of how do we choose ourselves, like without any kind of, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you that way. I didn't mean to be this pretty. I didn't mean to be this intelligent. How do we come to a point of that now? This is who I am.
Okay. Now, the first thing you have to do as a person is to know who you are, your identity. What's your identity? You as a person. For example, I'm Zahara, but what do I stand for? Leave alone the roles we play, a mother, a daughter, a father. You as you, apart from all those, who are you? What do you stand for? What do you entertain? What's that thing you say, this is non-negotiable to me? You first have to sit yourself down and know the exact you, what you want. Leave alone what the society wants you to do, but exactly what you really want. That is the first step of you to know exactly.
Okay, having mentioned all those things, like they seem to be definitive. Like you need to sit down and define that. Okay, these are my values. These are my passions. These are my talents. Here are my strengths. Here are my weaknesses. What is entailed in all that? Bichebi netagisa to reach to that level. Okay, bichebi netaga. Like which kind of environment do I need to be able to define those things?
Okay. Kakati, you don't need like, I need environment. First and foremost, it's you being intentional.
Oh, you're the environment.
Yes, exactly. It begins with you. Everything you want to change on yourself begins with you. Gift, you have to know that I, Zahara, I want to become confident. Mm-hmm. But yes, I want to become confident. But right now, who I am, who is the real me? Mm-hmm. Leave alone the person who goes out there, they say, that is a teacher. Yes, you are a teacher. But when you come back, what do you want, you as a person? So you have to sit yourself down, or you get a paper, or what? You first get to know yourself better. Then when you get to know yourself better, it is going to help you know what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are you going to do so that you can improve to become that better how we are talking about. So many people have gone into trauma, in rejections, heartbreaks. Those things have taken them back. But if you don't get to know that, yes, this is the truth, I got a heartbreak, it's the one which is making me behave like this, you have to accept it and see the way you have to move forward. So everything begins with you saying, I've made a decision. From today onwards, I'm going to start. I'm going to be Zahara. The Zahara who doesn't please people, the Zahara who is working on herself, the Zahara who doesn't require people's opinion to do something which is going to make me happy. So you as you, first dig deeper into you. Because even if you go out and ask for validations, people will always tell you, you gift, you can never be this. You can never be this. But let me tell you an example. For me in school, I was this girl who used to fear herself so much. Even if in class I was clever, but I could not raise my hand. But because of where I grew from, yeah, my story is for next time.
No, tell us about a bit of it.
Okay.
Because many women are like, for me, I grew up with a single mother. I was never loved, or I had an absent father, or my siblings never supported me. And that is something they front all the way to never becoming what they have to become. So tell us a glimpse of what your story was like.
Okay. Gift, I lost my mother. I think I was 3 months. So I grew up in different homes. I won't tell you that it was one home. Okay. I could spend here like 3 years, 2 years there, until I reached my secondary. But in those areas where I grew up from, there are some, when you're not the biological child. In most cases, those people, like, you could be as if you there to work, everything it's on you. There is no one you will tell, you know what, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling. So you will be fearing everything. So I grew up knowing there is no one, I can't be anyone in this life. Like the way people talk to us, sometimes they shape us. So from there, I could go to class, but I knew I'll be a nobody. Even if someone could tell me I'm beautiful, when I used to look into the mirror, I was like, no, I think I'm ugly. I have a big nose. My eyes are not yet perfect. I don't look nice. Oh, I'm too brown. So there are a lot of things which came into me. Then when I finished my nursing, because I did nursing before I came into this, I wanted people to help me. Yes,
you were clinging on people to define you.
But every time I could go in the rooms, I was like, they are so smart. They speak very nice English. Will I manage here? Trust me, some of them I even left. I was like, no, that is not me. But when I sat inside deep, I went in my bedroom. Always, I could ask myself, can't I be like Gift? Can't I be that lady who drives her car? Can't I be that woman who is independent? Can't I be that woman who doesn't ask for people's opinions? Gift, I cried, I prayed to God, but nothing changed. Until one day I said, Zahara, You are a good designer. You know how to design yourself. That is the thing most of the people outside there tell you. You girl, you know how to design yourself. I was like, wow, that is one of my strengths. So I should use that, right? I started entering rooms when I'm just smart. I put on my heels, I put on my makeup, I move in. They're like, wow, that lady, she's classy. I said, oh,
Okay.
so it means me to become confident. So people are saying I'm classy, which means I am. That one, I owned it. I'm classy. I used to fear speaking. I could shiver every time. Like, I started asking for permissions. Can I help you to speak? I want to speak. I want to see myself speaking. They told me speak up. And from there, they were like, you told us you can't speak.
Oh.
Who spoke there? I was like, oh. So I know everything. It is in my mind.
In
I
your
just
head
have
that
to
you
send
can't.
the mindset. I work on the weaknesses. I accept to learn. That's how gift I came out. I didn't come out in this industry to make money. I struggled. We had no finances at home. I struggled. I didn't have someone to hold my hand. Like the way I tell my daughter, no, speak up. Don't hide anything. Speak up.
Speak,
I'm
like,
your mother.
speak.
This world will not be lenient to you. Speak up. I'm the one to groom you to be the best version of you. So I didn't have all those ones. I choose this personal finance and confidence coach because I went into marriage in my second year.
At school.
Yes. It
Okay.
wasn't easy. And trust me, I thought when I get married, everything
the
is going to
confidence?
become simple. The confidence, I'll wear that confidence because I wore a gown. I went there, those people need different things. If you're not confident, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know your standards as a woman, no one is going to help you to have them.
Not even the man you get married to.
Not even the man you get married to. You have to first be yourself. Most of the time, I've interacted with a lot of ladies because of confidence. I normally, every time I could get some things in my relationships, I could ask those older women. Do you know what they will tell me? That's how the world is, my daughter.
know.
So you just have to be calm. But just because that's how they grew up, not knowing that a woman is supposed to be in the bedroom. You're not supposed to come out. You're not supposed to speak what you want as a person. But confidence, it will help you to win. Even those men, they need those women who are confident, who knows what they want.
You've heard that even the men want women that are confident, but also as women, we want men that are confident. So confidence should be top, like priority to each and every one of us. Do whatever you are supposed to do as an individual to build onto that confidence. Because I just imagine, like, as a woman, you are confident, and then your man is not confident.
Then you'll be the lead
Picture
at
that.
home.
Picture that.
Because in most cases, okay, all of you have to be confident because that's how you're going to make the decisions which are going to take your family. Because if it's only a man who can say, you know what, we have to be extra careful with the finances we are getting. And for you, you're like, me, I don't know much about money. It is you just make decisions for me. Then that's all the time, you'll always be like, how about what happened to me? Everything you'll be just a dependent because you can't stand on your own. You don't know who you are inside you.
I feel like someone out there still wants to ask that question, but how do I define who I am? Just in, like, give us like 3 steps, like 1, 2, 3, to defining who you are once again before we get into a break.
Who you are is that person beyond other roles. Live your, like your mother, your boss, you what? When you sit, or when you, let me give an example. When you lose your job as a person, who are you? When you lose a job, is it all done? Or there is someone in you? For example, I can tell you for me, I'm ambitious. I never give up. Even if I lose something today,
Tomorrow you wake
up, nothing. Trust me, I go back down and I start again
I think
because I'm aggressive.
We share the same trait, like
Thank
very
you.
ambitious.
I'm aggressive. So I knew that even if I lose everything, I've been in depressions, I've been in what, but always I go down and I'm like, you know what? We have to get up. This is not the end of it all. And things work out.
And you've been in depressions.
Oh God.
You've felt heartbreaks and all that.
My dear.
Because now usually
Everything.
when we see you people, when we see someone that is confident out there, in our heads we're thinking, that person, like for them, like they have it all figured out. Maybe they grew up in these kinds of families. They have all that support that they need. They're like this and this and that. So you are telling me now that you've also gone through depression like any one of us.
Exactly. And we were poor.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you said that even like during your school time, still you never believed in yourself, like at all. Right now, I see this confident Zahara, this like outspoken kind of lady, so beautiful, intelligent, and all these kinds of things. So when you said that you went into like after school, you went into nursing and like you did your course, was it before you transitioned to that course or after?
Sweetheart, I transitioned. This is my second year. My second year. And when I realized I was facing that thing, I knew very many women are facing the same thing. Even men, even children. But you have to niche down. You don't have to be like, I'm telling the whole world. You have to prioritize. Me as a woman, I saw so many women are facing that. That's why I came out. I started looking for knowledge. How do I become the best version of me? Then when I got it, I'm like, how am I going to help that woman out there? Because they're like, you have to be rich to be confident. Yeah. You have to come from a good background to be confident. You have to have degrees to become confident. No. You don't need all those things to be you.
So you don't need nothing to be you as a person.
You need nothing at first. Nothing. Because when you get to know you, it is the one which is going to help you to attain all the things you see in your future.
That reminds me of a scripture in Jeremiah that says, God was telling Jeremiah that before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. So that means there is a certain identity. There is us that existed before us. Like God is telling him, like, I knew you. And I have like these kinds of plans. Like I have a blueprint. I have how life has to be. But because of the things we go through, like you said, you lost your mom, you kept moving from one home to the other. All that is traumatizing. Like that is traumatizing. Nowadays, of late I was talking to someone and I was telling them, do you know that the courses we do of late, they're also traumatizing? Like, now if it comes to us that you've been in the medical field, you know so well. Like, it becomes so traumatizing that even after you get out of the course, you need a break. Like, you need to be like, I don't want to see these patients for this, like these kinds of months. Like, you're so traumatized. But still, to someone that is, you've said, very ambitious, you've tried to define yourself, you've tried to know yourself and all those kinds of things, you're like, this is not the end for me. Like, I'm not defined by my traumas, by my past, by my pain and all that kind of thing. So how do we come to the part of letting go of the doubt, the fear? And of course, there is fear of truth, of, accepting that, this is my past and this is what I want to have as my future. How do we get past that?
One thing I always tell the people I interact with, you cannot become confident with unhealed wounds. You cannot become confident with unhealed wounds. Do you know why? Mm-hmm. If you don't heal, you will be like, the way you speak, you will be like someone who is battling something, is something behind you. Mm. So you as a person, you have to first heal, accept and say, Zahara, you know what? This and this happened, but this is not the end of me. Mm-hmm. What can I do to become better? What are some of the strengths I can use to cover those weaknesses? So as they go slowly by slowly, but you as a person, just know that this confidence journey is like, it's like a journey. You cannot just wake up one day and say, I'm confident. And people have gone through a lot of things you can't know. So you as a person, you just have to to know I have to heal. When you need mentors, go to mentors. They're going to help you what? Heal. They will tell you, you're not the first one, you're not the last. People are still coming. So what you have to do, it happened, accept that yes, it happened. But it doesn't define who I am, so that you can keep moving. Do you know why when you told me to introduce myself, I said, who would you be before the fear, the opinions, the self-doubt, the rejections? Who would you really be? Because God made someone in you already. But because of the fears and opinions, that's why you're shrinking yourself. Because of the societal words, that's why you're even fearing to put on the way you want as a person.
You feel like you're too much.
You're not too much. That is you. You're not too much. Are you seeing those people on social media, the ones we really admire? I like her, I like her. They go through a lot. But they say, that does not define me. I have to be who I am. Whether I have the pains inside, because you can't heal in a day. It might even take you years to heal. Every time you get like something, you're like, oh God, I experienced this. Sometimes even you start tearing. You cry again. So it is a journey, slowly by slowly, step by step. A time reaches when even if you remember them, you just laugh. And you're like, wow, I managed. But after you holding yourself the hand, no one is going to put that confidence in you. No one is going to teach it to you. Like, number one. Number two, you start reading and everything is gone. You yourself.
As Woman Blossom, we are breaking limitations and embracing our God-given purposes. To become her, it is not something that you do in like a month, a week, a year, not even in 2 years. It can be a journey. To each one of us, the journey can be different. And with my speaker here, Zahara Muwonge, a financial and confidence coach, she's taking us through the kinds of things that we need to do, adopt, to be able to become her. If you're a man and you are watching us right about now, where there is her, put him, he. Because like we said, it is so sad, like it's really so sad. Let me even change my face. It is so sad to be confident as a woman and your man is not confident. Like the scales are not really balancing. It will bring about a lot of issues. And as we are saying that as women, we need to really blossom, and becoming her is not about being perfect. It's you to keep evolving every single day. You are watching Zahara here thinking like, oh God, she's 100% like there. She's still evolving. If we ask her, and I'm going to ask her, she's still evolving. So it is you showing up even when you don't want to show up. It is you working on yourself even when you don't want to work on yourself. So welcome once again. This is Woman Blossom Show. I'm your host, Gifty Nakainga. I'm honored to have a distinguished guest, Zahara Muwonge. Let's get into more details of how we build more of our confidence within, that you've defined yourself and you're like, this is who I am, this is who I want to become, and you're working towards that. So how do you boldly walk in confidence?
One of the things I've noticed which are dimming the ladies' lights, I'm sorry to talk about ladies, for ladies,
It is okay.
Yes, compulsions.
Okay.
We over-compare ourselves to others. And the moment like this, you see she's a step much than you, you start saying, I think I'm not better. Yet, we all different. Thank you. We move unique journeys. Your pace is not my pace. Stop that compulsions. Social media has brought a lot of that thing. Everyone is like, I wish I can be like her. I wish I can do this. But you don't know what it takes to be her.
I know.
You begin as you. Okay, if you want to know how they did it, get to them and get to know, then start on your journey. Because you'll never jump and be them. Right now, I told you I'm a nurse. But I left that industry after 2 years of my education. I was like, I'm not going to get rich easily the way I want when I'm in this industry.
Okay.
I went out without a degree, without anything. With the help of my husband, I was like, that is not for me. What am I going to do? I'm seeing every time I go, it's orders. Do this, do this, do this. I'm like, I can't really manage this. I need to speak on my own. When I see Gift, you're not doing something good, I say, Gift, that is not right. But there, they use whatever they say, it is what you could just bend and just do. So I went out to entrepreneurship without a degree, without a certificate. I went in that business. But right now, to tell you, I'm even pursuing my degree at Eastbat in business. But what I really know, even if I go to someone who has already a degree, you don't know what is on ground. But I know it very well. So what I mean in that, your journey, start anywhere you are and start on what you really want to become. Don't wait. You will not just jump. Even if you go and read the books, even if you go and they mentor you, but if you don't set your mindset that I've started and I'm unstoppable, you'll never reach where you want to be.
So even when they mentor you?
Even if they mentor you.
Because I've seen, I think last year, it came to my notes a lot last year, and I realized that people are jumping. Okay, I love some preacher usually says pillar to post, like you're jumping from pillar to post here and there, from this conference to the other, from this to the other. And like you spend a whole year like moving, looking for mentors, looking for, hey, where is this one speaking and all that. But you never get time to apply whatever knowledge you pick from all those things. And everyone is screaming, I want a mentor, I want a mentor. Tell us about that. Because now when you told us that you went and got into be certified from an accelerated mentorship program. Why? How did it work for you? Because we've seen people that have gone out for mentors and still they remain the same.
Exactly. Thank you so much. It's like when you go to the class and study, it doesn't mean that you're going to become rich, right? What they tell you, it is just something like 40% of what you have to apply. But the 60, you have to look it by yourself. Yes, you get mentors. For me, why I got a mentor, let me tell you why I got a mentor. It is not that I didn't know what I'm doing. Even people had started coming for me, like asking, how are you surviving in businesses? We women, the moment I give birth, I go home. Now coming back again, it's really hard for me. How do you build in this resiliency? You have kids, like you have a home, you're married, you're running your business, you here, you there, you there. I told them, do you know what I do? The first thing, I know who I am. Yes, I'm a mother, but is that all for me? No, I have to do that duty, then I go to something else. So I had what it takes for me to mentor someone, at least in business, to tell them how they are going to handle their money. But I was like, yes, I know. But how is it applied? Yes, I talk to people. But I hear some people are saying you can make money when you teaching people. I said, okay. I started looking around, At first, by the way, I also used to go in those conferences. Everywhere they say, I jump. Everywhere I say, I jump. But at time reached, I was like, no, this is not for me.
It's enough.
I have something I really need. Where am I going to get that thing I need? Because conferences every month, every when, and you're spending.
Of course.
If you're not financially independent, you will not manage. So I was like, no, I need someone who has at least mentored some other people. So I went to Coach Bahati. I told her my story, everything. She was just smiling, you know her. She's a lady who always smiles. She was like, Zahara, I like you. I like your confidence. So that's what you want to do? Yes. Do you know what you want? Like, what you really need is to start. I'm not going to teach you that this is money, this is 1,000, this is 5,000. You all know those ones. Start applying, take action. Go get your phone. When you get something in your mind, you really feel you need to teach someone, type it, start it. When you're really failing somewhere, we have a lot of social media, like things which can help us. We have AI, we have what. So I began from there. So she just told me, take action. When you say that I'm going to start my confidence journey, start. Another thing I'm seeing ladies are fighting with, validations. Someone can't stand on her own and say, I'm really smart. They're like,
They
gift,
need a second opinion.
gift, am I smart?
Like,
Yeah.
how is this?
How do you see my stomach? Is it big? Yes, you know it is big, but you're asking. Just get to know that this is me.
Did you have to say it?
Yes.
Like, yes, you know it is big.
Yes. Some things are obvious, but we just don't want to accept who we are.
Okay, just a bit there. Like, let's just imagine you walk into a room and you know that you're not dressed well, but still you want someone to tell you that you've dressed well. Is it something you want to mean?
In most cases, but even you left your mirror knowing you're not smart.
How about when someone doesn't have a sense of style? Like for you were fashionista, like you have this sense, you have this art, like it is in you, it's inbuilt.
Then don't expect people to praise you.
Oh.
Because you already know you're not good at it. And if you want to become good at it, go and search for knowledge. What is my body shape? I want also to put on and I look good. Get to know yourself. That's why I said, if you don't get to know you, those are the validations you always wait for. And trust me,
start pleasing.
you will get out and say, oh, but what has happened to me? Oh, but ebanjagadde. Naye ng'okimanyi obadde oyambadde bubi. Yobodde gundi weetippye akantu ombuuza olubuto olulabye. Yes, kwe luli. Bw'oba tonnafuna solution, oyina okuguma n'olubuto lwo, noga, this is me.
And you own it.
You own it. If right now you don't, because people have tried cutting weights which have refused, like we mamas. That's why everything needs discipline. Do you know the reason why we are not fulfilling whatever we want? Mm-hmm. The bridge between where we want to go and where we are is discipline.
Discipline. Think about it.
If you're not disciplined. For example, I'm someone who always tie myself on someone I get to know. That person is good at something. I have a weight coach loss. I fought with weight for almost 6 years. I used all the drugs, everything refused. I was like, okay, this is Zahara. I had my big stomach. I had a big bump. I had a big cheeks. But I was like, okay, let me begin from where I are. As I search, I got someone. She just told me, if you're not disciplined at what you're eating, just go with your stomach. She's point blank.
Stay with your stomach.
Stay with your stomach.
If you're not ready to put in the work.
Don't say that, I want at least to put on a thing when my tummy is inside. Can you imagine I'm 6 months postpartum?
Really?
Discipline. So if there is something you want, be disciplined and do what is really needed you to do. That's when you're going to achieve whatever you want in your journey.
Be disciplined. I want us to get back to the point of the fear of the truth. We don't accept our experiences because I believe as we do want to become her. I don't know, let me look in the camera. I'm going to say this for the last time. You are the best project that you can ever work on. So just imagine yourself as a project, or the projects that we do in our organizations, in our workspaces. How much do you put in those projects? But we research. Hey, you can read one paper after the other. Like you read research papers, you go and read articles, like you even go on videos to see how did someone, teach about like implementing this particular project. So why is it so hard to handle yourself like that project? Is it because someone is not going to pay you? Let me break it down further. The best investment, of course, as Woman Blossom, we're going to have this series with these financial coaches. We're going to do a series of investments and all these kinds of things. But let me say that the best investment, I think, like Zahara, you did it on yourself. The best investment you can ever make is investing in yourself. And let me ask you, are you getting the results? Are they fulfilling?
Exactly. Let me tell you one thing. If you don't invest in yourself, then who will you invest in? Because if you're the enemy of your own, can you tell me you're going to invest in me?
So literally you're the demon, weapon formed against you.
Exactly. I always tell women, dress well. It's not, dressing well doesn't mean you have to be expensive. You have to have a lot of money. But go and look. Me, I used to go to Owino to get clothes.
Look into that camera.
I used to get clothes in Owino. I could see what fits my body because my dad and mother, Haj and Hajat, you know them. They could bring the clothes. When I put them on, I'm like, I've fallen in a clothes. was like, but this is not me. So, me as a person, I started looking, what can I put in myself to look what I want to be? If you don't invest in yourself, there is nothing you'll ever do, because everything begins with you. If it is speaking, go invest in it. Let someone help you and teach you how you can be better at speaking. That is investing. Invest in your skills. Never be comfortable where you are. Because when you become comfortable, your brain will stop there. And you see people, like they are going, you're like, what am I not doing right? Because you stopped what you gained, like the information, the knowledge you got, you're like, that's enough for me. Do you know with time, you're going to be like, you know nothing. So always invest in yourself with the little you have. Okay. Even sometimes, even if you don't have money to pay the mentors, always make research. We have a lot of podcasts. We have a lot of mentors online. They're not being paid for. Go, see what they're saying so that you can also apply it. But that is when you're ready to invest in yourself. You start with the mind up to your toe.
Like we said, becoming her isn't being perfect. You don't need that expensive suit. You don't need that expensive hair or nails or like, skincare products and all that. You just don't need to be perfect. It's about evolving. It's about choosing to do the work, however small it is, every single day of your life. You are watching Woman Blossom, and we do this every single Sunday, 5 p.m. live on Google Day TV. Just love on us as Woman Blossom. And I think before we leave the studio, I'm going to ask Zahara, another guest that she wants to be here to teach us. But I promise you, we're going to have Zahara again in series. We've just talked a bit of the confidence, but there is more to finance. There is, I like it when she says that she knows the connection between money, between finance and confidence. And I don't want to get into that conversation now. It will be for another day.
Just one line.
One line?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to that one line.
I always tell my people, money doesn't build confidence, but it removes desperation.
Say that again.
Money doesn't develop your confidence, but it removes desperation. Why? When you have your money, you're going to stop people pleasing.
Thank you.
You're going to walk knowing that is me. You have something in your pocket. You're not hungry that when I please this one, she will give me what to eat. I won't go deep in finance, but just know that money also, when you have your money, your little money doesn't mean you have to be over-independent, everything. You don't need a man. We need those men. But you as a woman, you have to have your own
I've gotten
money.
someone I agree with. Give me high five. We need the men.
We need the men.
Dear ladies, we need the men. We are not here to say that be overly independent. I feel like in this life, we need men as much as men need women. And for me, even in the next life, I'll choose men again.
Exactly.
In the next life.
Yes.
I'll make sure I choose men. Mr. Mayanja, my producer, Brian. Even in the next life, we shall do this show again. Zahara. But anyway, before we get to conclude this whole becoming her, and we're going to have a series of becoming her. I don't want to talk about what is coming next Sunday, but we're going to do this the whole of this year. Trust me, Zahara has told us, if you don't have money, don't pay. So just watch Google Day TV here every Sunday. She's going to be back and forth. Other people are going to be back and forth. Trust me, by the time we get into 2027, we're going to be the her or the him. So anyway, I want to ask this very important question. And you've talked about how you've really evolved, like from this Zahara who never appreciated herself, who was shrinking and all these kinds of things. And now we have this beautiful Zahara here. Tell me about the environments. How did they shift for you? When we go to the internet, we have all these motivational speakers. burn the bridge. You've heard of it, like burn. How was it for you? Or how is it for you?
Actually, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. But me as Zahara, there are some things I believe in. That when I do this, it is going to work. When I say, Gift, I'm starting on a journey, I'm going to start. The environment will criticize each and everything you do. Like you can say, let me give an example. When I say, maybe let me greet when I'm kneeling down. One person will appreciate, the rest will not appreciate. Mm-hmm. So when you start you considering environment, what the environment has to say on you, you're not going to do what you need to do. You will always remain the same. What I normally tell people, hear what people say, but pick what really matters to you. They will tell you, women, you need to have everything in life. I tell people, when you get everything in life when you're not married, you're going to struggle to get a man.
Why?
Because, yes, we have to put our standards so high, but again, some people take it to the level of pride.
Okay, now I have everything, I don't need a man.
I don't need this.
Oh God,
no, they need them, but when they come, they're like, he's not for me.
Oh.
He's too down. His levels are not for me. So what I'm meaning, I normally tell people, there is what we call confidence. Confidence is really different from arrogance.
Okay, talk about, I know I've said it over and over, we get it finalized. Talk about confidence, talk about someone being proud, then someone being arrogant. Yes.
In most cases, someone who is proud and arrogant are always the same.
Okay.
Why? When they step into rooms, they want to show that we are here. Oh. I tell people confidence is not loud. It is clarity.
Confidence is not
loud. It is clarity, knowing what you're doing. Most people think being confident, you have to step on others. Everywhere you go, you step on them. Like for me, you make a way. You make a way, me, I'm confident. Mm-hmm. No, that is arrogancy. You're misusing it to say that for you, you what? You're confident. You're confident. Because in most cases, those people learn from others, and that's why people termed that thing, that if someone says that they are confident, that is arrogant. But you knowing your standards, your values, knowing your self-worth, it doesn't mean you to shrink others to be where you want to be. So confidence, however much you're building it, build it for yourself, know your worth, but don't step on others. Those are the women you find, when they see someone else like progressing, they feel bad.
Oh, so there is already a certain kind of insecurity in them.
Exactly. Okay. That's why they are trying to show everyone, me, I'm confident.
I'm past you.
Insecurities are inside them. They need to work on them.
So still you can be confident and still struggle with all those. Okay, now there is this confidence that is from within. And then there is this confidence that is masked. Can you?
The confidence which is masked, always people are there. They are reacting out of pain. They are overthinking. Like the things they bring out, it is not the real confidence we are talking about right now. Gift confidence comes from within. If you don't get to know that before even I say anything out like this, it is I must feel it. Yeah. Not just speaking it. I feel it that yes, I'm me. I know my values. I can do this. I can do this. So always, however much you mask, time will come out, that mask will go off.
Exposed.
And you will be exposed. What next? They will say, yali yekoza, kati mulabe. So always you have to build it from inside. However much you go into pain, however much you go into setbacks, you will always say, I have to get up because this is the real Zahara. But why? It starts from inside.
Masked.
It was just masked to show people, but it wasn't the real you.
Okay. We do really, I agree on that because, you know, in our profession, I'm a mental health specialist. And in our profession, I like telling people that, you know, these mental health issues, the traumas, the pain, and all those kinds of things, you can hide them under the lipstick, the beautiful clothes. But one time they can show up at a time. Like, you know how they used to tell us in geography, those volcanoes, how they erupt and all that kind of thing. Mental health issues, you can keep them for 10 years and they resurrect after when you've gotten married. And like in marriage, that's when you realize, I didn't know that I'm psycho. I didn't know that I'm this. I didn't know. So I think the same thing applies to confidence. You don't have to mask it. Let it be real. You are watching a woman blossom, and I'm gifting a Kainga with Zahara Muwonge, a finance and confidence coach. Like I said, before we leave the studio, I said she's going to come back here. She will. But I want her to tell me the other person she wants to be there, teaching us, of course, for us to be, to make sure that we are blossoming in every sense. Yes, Zahara.
That person. By the time you said that person, I was like, my mind just went to someone. There is someone I love, and I don't know if she really knows that I like her. Okay. But I really love her confidence, the way she is. That is Patricia Nachimbugwe.
Okay.
Patricia Nachimbugwe. She's the real someone you say that girl is confident.
Okay, so will you get us Patricia here? We need to know her story of
Exactly.
how she got into become that confident,
If
such that
it's needed.
you really, you know, you admire her and you're looking up to her. And actually, that makes a lot of sense that you being the person you are now, but you are still admiring people. That is like, that shows that you're humble, like it is really from within. So you're promising you'll bring Patricia here?
I'll talk to her.
Okay, we shall have Patricia sometime here. And our time is running so fast, but we're still in, this is Feb. Actually, we're just getting into March. And just 2 weeks from now, it is Women's Day. And you know how the world celebrates, or Uganda does that celebration of women and all that. What is that one message you would want to pass out to that woman that is in waiting to celebrate Women's Day? Here at our church, Michael Full Gospel Church, we're having a Women's Day celebrated on the 7th of March. So ladies out there is a ladies' breakfast. The attire, of course, it is a party wear. So come looking pretty on Saturday, 7th, as early as 8. And we have time as women. But Zahara, what is the message you would want to pass out to that woman that is actually waiting to celebrate that day? And what is it that it's meant to mean for them even throughout the year?
To that woman out there waiting to celebrate Women's Day, I want to tell you something. You're not behind. You're not too much. You're not too late. This is your season to shine. Don't let self-doubt stop you. Don't let people's words, people's everything they say stop you from reaching where you are. Trust me, you're going to walk boldly and the world will adjust for you.
Thank you so much. Greetings to your baby girl and other people you want to say hi to.
My family, all my friends, I love them so much.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor to have you, Zahara, and it's been an honor to have you, our amazing viewers. If you are watching this show right about now, or you're going to be watching it on YouTube, on Woman Blossom, on Google Day TV, or on TikTok, wherever the clips, wherever you'll find them, we're so honored to have you as part of our viewers. But it's not just about viewing the program, watching the program. It's about learning and evolving to become a better version of yourself. Learning will never stop. And to the people that have stood up to mentor us, people that, go all the way to teach us, thank you so much. Zahara, thank you so much. Until next Sunday, 5 p.m. live here on Google Day TV.